Is your sunscreen nourishing? Could it be a one-step, a one-and-done product? Stay tuned. I'm going to show you my 3 top sunscreens that do all 3. They protect, they nourish, and they're one and done. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Christine Byer here, licensed esthetician for 22 years. And on this channel, we talk about your skincare journey because it's never one thing that makes your face look better. It's a whole combination of things. So today we're talking about sunscreen. And this month, we're talking about how to take care of your skin in the summer so that you end up looking just as fresh or maybe a tiny bit more tanned in August, September, when it's time to repair the damage rather than saying, uh-oh, look at all these sunspots I have. So we want to avoid that. There are 3 sunscreens, and of course they're all Korean. I love Korean sunscreens. They just get it. And you know, the United States has a lot of blocks to making really good sunscreens because it is such a regulated industry, which is good, and it's good that it's regulated, but it also really inhibits a lot of innovation. So, and that's why they say you have to use so much of the sunscreen made in the US because it's using older technology. And so with these newer technologies, they still protect just as well, but you're not gobbing on a shot glass of the product to get the same benefits. So I have a couple that I like to switch up. When I'm feeling particularly oily, the Dr. Estee Mild. And Dr. Estee is a skincare brand from Korea that's made for sensitive skin. And so any of the products they sell, if I'm working on a client here in my treatment room and somebody's face blows up, doesn't happen very often anymore, but somebody gets a lot of redness out of nowhere, I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I will grab any Dr. Estee product. Usually they're hydrating and soothing mask, but any Dr. Estee product, and it will just like calm them down. And I'm just like, oh, because if you're an esthetician and you've had somebody like flash bright red on your table, it freaks you out. So the Dr. Estee Mild, this is interesting, and I'm going to list here all the ingredients that this has. This is really nice. It's an SPF 50 broad spectrum, and it's so thick, yet it has a special technology in it that it makes it dry down. It disappears. Like, you'll be able to see how this, I put a lot on. It just disappears. Even if, and I had to try this on my darker skin, oh, my family, right? Because I was like, I want to see if this works, and you can't see it. So it is dark skin friendly, and then it also has ingredients that help wick up excess oil all day long. So this is a great one for oily skin. If you have dry, parched, mature, aged, whatever you want to call it, skin that needs, and this is a one and done, skin that needs rejuvenation and protection from the sun, the Dr. Estee Sun Protection Ultra Repair. So this has 6 different peptides in it that is going to protect the skin and anti-age it as it's on there. So this again has that technology where it just disappears into the skin. Now, if I like I said, I've tried this. When I first got it, I grabbed somebody, my daughter wasn't with me, and I grabbed a gal that was about the same color. I said, can I try this on you? I want to make sure it disappears completely into the skin, but it does, and it's fantastic. So it's dark skin friendly, which is wonderful. And I'll put a list of all the ingredients that help repair the skin in this one. This, my club members love. Clients are loving this. I'm getting a lot of good feedback. Very nourishing, very reparative. SPF 50. Gotta have SPF 50. Ultra Sun Repair. This last product is probably the most interesting. Also SPF 50, It's almost like a BB cream. This is part of the House of PLLA line. It is part of the Korean made facial filling line. So this has polylactic acid in it, which is a biostimulator, and it sends out a message. Once it builds up in your skin, it sends out a message: produce collagen 24/7. So this is part of that facial filling line from Korea called HOP, or House of PLLA. This is an interesting product. When it first came out, look how cute this is. When it first came out, they got the color, they only have one color right now, and the color they had was a little too light, and so they have adjusted it. And so it comes in this cute little, oh look, I haven't even opened it yet. I'm gonna open this up. And that's the color. They are working on a deeper color, but this is a light to medium. And I will show you how this works. Now, I have not put on sunscreen down here. And I want to show you how much this covers too. That was 1 dot. Look at that. So it's great. I think it's a tiny bit deeper than me because my chest is darker than my face. So a lot of times I will just take some of this and put it right over my makeup. Like, I have a lot of redness in my face. And I had a client say that she did this the other day where she put this on top of everything, and it kind of left her face really dewy and beautiful for the whole day. Or she had put her makeup on, but then just went and put more on. And it does, it's almost like a highlighter. It dries down a bit. It's blurring, so it doesn't settle in fine lines and wrinkles. A lot of times I will just wear this. I'll put on a little bit of bronzer and I'm done. And this is my one and done in the morning. It's SPF 50. It's got the polylactic acid in it. Comes with a little mirror. I love that. 4 different growth factors. This also is a very nourishing, very anti-aging SPF. And it is fantastic for what this does. It is a true one and done product. And I'm loving that it has the polylactic acid in it, because you know, that's a biostimulator. That's Sculptra, the injectable. When they inject that into your skin, it stimulates the skin to produce collagen, and it fills the face. So I'll show you here. There was a gal on Botched who had an autoimmune disease that actually ate up the fat in her face, and so they injected her face with a whole bunch of Sculptra with a polylactic acid in it, which is what is in here. And within a month or 2, her face had filled out, and it really changed her life. So these are 3 really innovative Korean sunscreens that you can use if you want one with a bit of a tint in your light to medium skin. I would say the HOP Skin Repair Sun Cushion SPF 50. If you don't prefer any color, you just want a makeup base, you can do the Ultra Repair SPF 50. And if you're normal to oily and you want some solid SPF 50 that's going to be mild and not overstimulate your skin and none of the yuckies, that's broad spectrum, that's also going to wick away excess oil as it forms, you would love the mild sunscreen. Especially going into the summer, the mild sunscreen is the bomb. So these are my 3 favorite picks for the summer. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye now.